everybody, welcome to this stream on youtube.com/JohnnyKiodini. That's me, I'm Johnny Chiodini. Today, we're doing a co-working stream. I'm going to do some body doubling. I've done this once before on the channel, haven't done it in a while, and, excuse me, felt like a good day to do it. I've got some writing I need to do, and I've been struggling to find the time and the space to, like, really get my teeth into it, so my hope is 3 hours of productivity streaming will give me a bit of a bump into it. So if you are unfamiliar with the concept, basically what we're going to be doing, I'll show you myself in small view. It's the... That could be... Could that be bigger? That could be bigger, couldn't it? Whee! Oh, no, that didn't work. You bigger. No, you become... Why is that? I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Hold on. This guy. This guy? No. This guy. Must... Oh, no, that is the right. No, it's fine. I'm slowly losing my marbles. We'll try again, shall we? If you're unfamiliar with the concept, we're doing something, it's called the Pomodoro technique, where basically we've got a timer here. It's always going to be on screen. And we're going to do 25 minutes of work. And then once we've done 25 minutes of work, we get a short break. That's 5 minutes. I will be silent during the Pomodoro bit, and we'll have a bit of a chat during the short break. And then we do 4 Pomodoros in total. And then we get a long break. And a long break is 15 whole minutes. So, yeah, if you've got stuff that you need to get done, this is a good opportunity to double up with me, and we'll get it done together. And then we'll have a chat in the breaks and sort of just, you know, keep each other going. I hope you've got some stuff that needs doing. Will there be music? There will not be music. I have one earphone in, and I'm going to be listening to music in my own headphones, but no, it's just going to be the sound of my keyboard, basically. So that's what we're going with. Madison, I did see your Bsky tweet, or whatever they're called. Thank you. I will be having a look at that list. Right, let me just put some music in my ears, and then we're going to start on our very first Pomodoro session. Mel says, hello, I'm going to have food. Hopefully that's productive enough. That's plenty productive. That's perfect. Okie dokie. Right. Is everybody ready? Anonymous says, hey, Johnny in chat, I don't actually have anything I need to do that can be done in front of my screen. Does this mean I have to go away? No, not at all. Quatzal says, marking piano theory is mind-numbing. This helps. Okay, good. I'm glad it helps. I've got music in my ears now. Everybody ready? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Do some work. Pop-up notifications blocked by the browser. I'm fine with that. Okay, we're off. Well, that was 25 minutes. That went quite fast. Now it's time for a 5-minute break. Hold on, here we go. Boing! How was that for you, everybody? I did all right. How much did I write? Not loads. Let's see. 629 words. I'll take it. I got 2 super chats during that time. Eleanor Smith has done a super chat saying, "Yay, another work stream. The last one got me through so much work/cleaning that I really wanted to say thanks. While I can't stick around to watch live, doing a 5-day D&D marathon. Bloody hell. I will be repeatedly watching on VOD. Lovely stuff." Yeah, quite a few people have said that they've gone back to their productivity streams, which is very nice. Oh, Archer, I just saw... I had to put down my 17-year-old cat yesterday. Life feels completely empty without her. I'm so sorry. That's really, really rough. Lou Jones says, "Not me, about to ask you to turn the music down. It's my lo-fi blaring in another tab." Yeah, sort your own bloody volume, Lou Jones. Thank you very much. The Eric Hewson has done a super chat saying, "Howdy, Johnny and LSPs. I've been playing Adorable Adventures, and it seems like it would make for a great cozy stream. You play as a young boar and sniff around for your siblings. There's a dedicated snort button, L3 on PS5. Yes, I've been meaning to play this because I bloody love Wild Boar and I would love to play as one. So I shall. Jemima says, "I wrote some words for my PhD. A win is a win." That sounds like a big win, to be honest with you. I'm permanently impressed by people who do PhDs. I lived with a PhD candidate for some years and was just frequently bowled over by just how hard she worked constantly. It was very impressive. Good. Tammy Boy says, "Yet again, I've been clearing bags of crap out of my room while listening to Bambi Thug. Not getting as much done as I wanted to, but something is better than nothing." Exactly. What is it Confucius said? It doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you do not stop. Something like that. Like, all of this is a win, basically. If we're getting anything done today, that's good. It doesn't have to be loads. It doesn't have to be your best work. For example, the thing I'm writing, the title in the Google Doc is the work in progress title, but then vomit draft, because I find it really useful when writing something to do a first draft. Just doesn't matter if it's terrible, doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. It's good to just like smash it out and then can go back and actually hammer it into shape after that. So that's what I'm up to. So there we go. Jemima says, a PhD is so wild and absolutely brutal, yet here I am. Haha. Good for you. Woof. Cat from the Kong says, "I've just finished a horrible 4 months house renovation and I'm all out of productivity." Sounds like you've earned a break, to be perfectly honest with you. I feel like I've not been productive enough recently, which is why I'm doing this. But yeah, a horrible 4 months house renovation. You've earned some time off, mate. Don't worry about it. Table 9 Studio Games says, "The same is true of design docs. Get something on paper, refine and iterate, but get something going. Make the clay to mold." Right. I think it was Jordan Peterson said that when he considers a first draft to be basically him just throwing sand into the sand pit so that he can build castles later on, which I think is quite nice. It's so easy to go into a thing and be like, no, this has got to be great. And if it's not like perfect from the get-go, if it doesn't feel like, you know, a polished thing, it's so easy to just get nervous and want to abandon it. The annoying thing is I think you do need to go through an iterative process in order to realise that that's where the real magic happens. Sarah says, "Howdy. Howdy, Sarah. How you doing? I wondered if you were going to pop in because the last time we did one of these streams, you made me corpse like 3 times. Good stuff. Coaxtal says, "Done. Piano theory checked." I also saw earlier you say that your name always trips up streamers. It does. Sorry about that. Yes, the Meatloaf time frame. I forgot about the Meatloaf. Not Jordan Peterson. Who am I thinking of? Oh God, not Jordan Peterson. No, he's horrible. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Jordan Peele. Okay, we've got 5 seconds until we start work again, but I'm just going to take a second here before I hit start again. Fuck Jordan Peterson. I was talking about Jordan Peele. Jordan Peterson is a dickhead. Jordan Peele is great. It was Jordan Peele who talked about... I'm going to find the quote. When I'm writing a first draft, I'm constantly reminding myself that I'm simply shoveling sand into a box so that later I can build castles. Jordan Peele. Not Jordan fucking Peterson. Do not clip that. Fuck off, Lou. Right, I'm putting myself small in the corner again. And I'm going to hit start. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's focus up. It's a 5-minute break time. Again, that went really bloody fast. To me, anyway. Oh, I need to press start on the actual break. Look at us sneaking another 15 seconds of break. The board is up, says, for some reason this feels very similar to that internet video of a cat typing on a computer and then accidentally turning off dark mode and getting flash banged. That's news to me. The board is up. Intriguing. Nakose says, work stream today, is it? It is. I've been struggling to just sit down and focus for a while, and I thought, you know what? Let's make it a real proper thing. How many words did you get this time? Oh God. Well, oh God, I don't remember where I got to before. Hang on. I don't remember, but it was about 650 last time, wasn't it? Which means in total... In total, I've done 1,103. So that was around 500 words. So there we go. CD or something. Hey, Kat says, oh my God, hi, it's Kat. I am editing ghost story interviews for my mum, and the stream is so serendipitous because I love body doubling. Yeah. Great. How you doing, Kat? I hope you are doing well. Chester Mayweather says, can I ask what you're working on, or is that crossing the line? I'm working on a novel. Because I finished writing one last year, and I'm going to try and get it published this year, hopefully. I mean, I'm going to talk to some literary agents and see if I can get one, and then send it to some publishers and have them say, no, thank you. But I was reading some advice on like what to do when you want to get something published, and they were like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and whatever you do, start writing something else to keep yourself sane. And I thought, yeah, all right, I can do that. So there we go. CT something says, I'm well. Are the rumors true that you're a Jordan Peterson stan now? No, I like Jordan Peele. Hold on. Luke Gray says, hey, Johnny, working on my new D&D campaign, modern setting. Just curious, how do you keep track of NPCs you create? Mine set in an apartment building, lots of NPCs. I just sort of write them down. I know that sounds really silly, but when I plan things, I start with the location, and then I list... I start with the location and its general vibe, and then I just list NPCs, where they can be found, and what they know. Lord Chevron says, do you suppose you're internet famous enough where they'll let you publish anything? No, I don't expect to get published at all. I might self-publish once I don't get a book deal. But in the meantime, basically, I just really like writing, and I've had this idea, and I want to get it out of my brain because it popped up and was I put something else on the back burner in order to work on this, so I'm quite keen to get a first draft out quite quickly so that I can get back to the other thing. Words are difficult. Right, there's 1 minute and 22 left on this break, and I've run out of water, so I'm going to get some water, and I'll be right back. Be good. Enjoy your break. Also, I cleaned my kitchen today, which is nice, but I filled my kettle with white vinegar to descale it, and it's really weird. It's been hours now, and it's still just like fizzing. It's very strange. It looks very odd. But hopefully that means I'll start getting limescale in my fucking tea. I have heard of The Trees Hate You, Elfin Gorax. I think it would be very good fun to play. But for now, we must do our third Pomodoro. And after this one... Is it after this one? No, after the next one, we get a 15-minute break. Won't that be nice? All right, everyone, get ready to lock in. 3, 2, 1, go. Woohoo! What do you know? It's time for a 5-minute break. That flew by. I know I say that every time, but bloody hell, that really went. How was it for you? Again, I don't know how much I wrote then, and I'm going to stop looking it up. But it's nice to be typing away at things. Nordfjord says, and here's me just having handed in my master's thesis. Oh, well, I've got a 10 candles session coming up. I should probably learn the rules properly. Let's go. That game is great. It's so tense. My favourite rule about that, and do not forget it, is that if one of the candles goes out accidentally, you don't get to relight it. You have to take it on the nose. Lou says, that scared the shit out of me. Sorry. Rosie Fletcher says, when do we get to throw the tomatoes? Good question, actually. Do I have any tomatoes? I do have tomatoes in. Fascinating. I like a tomato. I haven't thought about what I'm going to have for dinner, actually. I thought about defrosting some tomato mascarpone pasta sauce that I made a month or so ago. But I didn't. So that's fascinating, isn't it? I'm not really hungry today. I should probably think about dinner. I don't know. Solar Lunix says, what's your keyboard? Because it has a satisfying click. It's a Corsair gaming keyboard that I've had for quite a long time now. It's... Rider VFX says, you could eat a ramen pyramid. I had ramen for lunch. Yeah, it's a Corsair gaming keyboard. It's all right. It's not my favourite. My favourite... Let me just switch to a different tab. This is... Num, 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 num. This is my favourite. It's a... drop keyboard. As you can see, it's a Lord of the Rings keyboard, and it's in Tengwa. You can actually see the letters are also there, but it's a Black Speech of Mordor keyboard, and it sounds and feels fucking amazing. The keycaps are slightly like almost, they've got like little divots, so it's like they hug your fingertips, and oh my god, it's just a delight. And just listen to this. Hold on. Num 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 num. Oh, so good. It's so good. I also have a keyboard. I replaced the keycaps on my keyboard with is it semiotic? No, what? Alien keyboard keycaps. Like they're alien inspired, so they're just like the nonsense symbols that they have. What the hell are they called? That's really annoying. Hold on one sec. Lord Chavron says, where can I find one and how much did it cost? You can, if you search for drop keyboards. I can't remember how much it cost, but I bought this as a gift for myself when we wrapped the Oxventurers Guild Geth setting. And I was like, you know what? It's been 7 or 8 years of work. I've earned a nice keyboard. What the hell was the... What are they referred to as? This is really annoying. Anyway, the what? Drop is unfortunately recently dead? Oh no. It's shut down. Oh no. Well. Rip. Okay. CD or something says Sauron doing admin. Yeah. Per my last email, said Sauron. They dropped. Turns to camera. Dead. Very good, Elfingorax. Very good. Hold on. I'm going to show you my other... Oh, I've only got 46 seconds. Where is it? I can show you. Hold on. Fuck. Basically, between the Tengwa keyboard and this one, it's my mission to become a really irritating person to borrow a keyboard off. I just don't want anyone to borrow a keyboard off me. So it's like, if you can't touch type, don't bother. Anyway, 5 seconds to go. And after this one, we get a sodding long break. Is everybody ready? It's 25 minutes. We'll have a sip of drink. A cat from the Kong says, oh, that's excellently annoying. I know, right? 3, 2, 1. Get back to work. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Boo, everyone. That's another 25 minutes. That's another 25 minutes? All right. Well, we got a 15-minute break now. Enjoy it. What we doing, everybody? Might have a little stretch. Sarah says all this Pomodoro talk's got me making bolognese. Me in about half an hour. Somebody touch on my spaghetti. Oh, I haven't had spaghetti in a while. Spaghetti's good, isn't it? Tegan Evans says, boo? Yeah, boo. Like, I jump scared some people by saying it was break time last time, so I thought I'd, really rustle their jimmies. I really like doing these streams. The problem is when it comes time to talk again, I'm like, and forming coherent sentences is quite difficult. A vague silhouette says, I think I actually need to go check on my laundry. Not thrilled about that one. Yeah, that's not the most fun way to be spending a 15-minute break, is it? Solo Linux says, I didn't even think about what I'm doing for dinner tonight, but we have to tighten expenses, so no takeout. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm very much on a it's not takeout kind of zone bent era. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid takeaways at the minute. So yeah, and it does feel good every time I'm like, no, I will just feed myself with what is in the house. But sometimes I also cannot be asked to work out what I want to eat. It's really irritating. Lord Chavron says, I'm only bringing this up because of your Sauron keyboard, but I just saw Lego announced a massive Minas Tirith set. It looks amazing. It does. They've also made a Grond set. It's like a 300-piece set where you build Grond, the wolf's head, the battering ram with which they open the gates of Minas Tirith. The only way you can get it is by buying the enormous Minas Tirith set, which is something like £579. I love Grond. I've got Gronds tattooed across my stomach. I don't love it enough to spend £579 on something else so I can get that. I also don't. I like the idea of Lego. I don't enjoy building Lego that much. I'm definitely not an AFOL. Is that what they're called? Adult fans of Lego. So yeah, I don't want the enormous Gondor City set. Hey, Trippy G's in chat. Hey, John, how you doing? I hope you are well. We're doing the Pomodoro technique. We're currently on a 15-minute break because we've done 4 spells of 25 minutes of working very hard on things that we're doing. Ooh, Kat says, I'm going to have a lemon beer tonight as a treat for being productive. What sort of lemon beer? That sounds delicious. Num, num, num. I shouldn't have a beer this evening. Because number one, also, still trying to cut down on the expenses at the minute. So, don't go out and buy a bunch of beer. But I want one. And you've mentioned lemon beer now. And now all I can think about is a lemon beer. I mean, after this, I'm doing a big recording thing from 8 till about 11. So it's going to be a late night for me. So really, I've earned one. But really, I also shouldn't have it. Curious. It's a busy week for me. Trippy G says, it's pronounced John. Sorry, John. Tammy Boy is in a big old super chat. Thank you very much, Tammy Boy. That's extremely kind. It reads, just want to say thanks. These streams really help. As someone whose brain vacillates from depression to anxiety, life is one long cycle of, I really need to do this, but it can wait. Having someone make time for stuff makes it more real. Cheers. My pleasure. This also really, really helps me. I really struggle to just knuckle down and get things done sometimes. I became a journalist for a reason because, deadline's good. Also, doing stuff live is good. Oh, Kat says, one from supermarket. Well. Interesting. I might go get a lemon beer. I'll send you notes. I'll send you updates. But Tammy Boy, I really struggle with it. This is something I really love doing. I love writing, And I think about it all the time. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to work on this thing. And then it comes to the day, I'll walk the dog or whatever, and I'll be like, that's not happening. So being able to make time for it really, really helps me. So I'm glad that it is also useful for you. Dice Dragon Joe says, is noon too early for a lemon beer? I'd say no. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. 6 o'clock here in the UK. Cat says you deserve it, Diva. Stop it. I do deserve it. Oh, like a lemon sour. That would be really good. Because it's not... I'll tell you what, it ain't. It's not Radler weather. Been a bit of a cold snap in the UK at the minute, which apparently, this particular week in May, it's very common to have a cold snap in it. And apparently people have been complaining about it for hundreds of years. And it's tied in to do with the ice saints, of whom St. Pancras is one. Didn't realise there was an ice saint. But David Rickman says, Jubal do a lemon beer. It's good. Oh, they're the peach lager people, right? I think their peach beer sucks. Oh, Trippy G had a quack at lunch. That's Kwak. Quack. Num num num. Ooh. Tammy Boy says, I don't have a lemon beer, but do have a cherry one, so I'll probably have that during game night. It's Werewolf the Apocalypse tonight. Lovely. Lovely stuff. And it's a perfect cover as well if you're secretly drinking blood because you're a werewolf. Be like, no, it's cherry beer. It's cherry beer. Oh, Sarah says, I wish I had a little watermelon Schofferhofer. Num, 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 num. I can't really do wheat beers, but the Schofferhofer Radlers are good. As are the Fro ones, F-R-O with an umlaut H. Their Radlers are... They're excellent. A vague silhouette says, I got my SSRI dose up recently, and you know what? That's good. Because I changed meds recently. I had my dose doubled last week, and so I spent much of the week feeling like I was on the ceiling. But yeah, it's good when it's good, isn't it? It's good when they work. Yeah, good for you. I hope you're adjusting all right. John says, Pillars just did a Radler and its pants. Colour me shocked, John. Brewery whose beer I think is trash makes beer that is not very good. It's not trash. I just don't like it. I do not enjoy their products. So there we go. Ooh, Just Me Farron says, hey Johnny, hope you're doing well. I'm working alongside you on beer label art. Cool. I like beer art. It's like I've never had a conversation before in my life. I like that thing you said. I think it's good. But some people might disagree. What do you think? Sarah says we're so close to Johnny declaring they don't like mead. I don't, because it's fucking bullshit. It's rubbish. It's terrible. Even when people try and make it into like more enjoyable drinks, there's just like, there's a fundamental flavor that you get when you ferment honey into alcohol, and it tastes fucking gross. It's nasty. And people keep assuming that I like it, and they're wrong. WhoMD says it's only taken 3 to 4 years, but we finally have a sequel to I've Seen Pizza. I've Seen Pizza was a bad one. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember what was said beforehand, but I just remember going, oh yeah, you know what? I've seen Pizza. And that was it. Lord Chavron says, is that why Andy and Luke did the promos at the start of Weirdwood Season 1? Yes. Basically, it was announced that we had this sponsor, and immediately put my hand up and I was like, I can't do the ad reads. You don't want me to do the ad reads for this because, there are hours and hours of me talking online about how much I fucking hate mead. So there we go. Do. Trippy G says, what is favourite colour? What is favourite colour? I mean, I wear pretty much exclusively black. But I think purple might be my favourite colour. But then, like, when I tend to, like, buy, like, a case for something or a notebook, I tend to buy, like, really bright orange. What is favourite colour? Oh, don't go to sleep, computer. Don't do that. Thank you. Okay, now. John says, how often come here? Oh, not all the time, but often enough. Small talk is the worst. It's terrible. I need to go to the toilet. So I'm gonna. Will's in chat. Hello, Will. You join us for the final 4 and a bit minutes of our 15-minute break. Because we've done 4 pomodoros, and they've gone quite well, I reckon, which is nice. The last 2 words I typed in my manuscript are horse piss. There you go. There's a fun little little fact for you. Horse piss. Good. I'm going to go pee now, but it's going to be human piss. Bye. Hi. Hi, friends. Lou says, I just unmuted my laptop to horse piss. I may mute again. I was saying the last 2 words I typed in my manuscript were horse piss. I'll read you the whole sentence if you like. I haven't got a name for one of the characters in this bit yet, so it just says name in brackets, but Name had bought them a tankard of ale each, intuiting correctly that Elle would rather avoid what passed for wine in the farrier being a tavern, local opinion being that it tasted like, and for all they knew, might well be horse piss. There you go. Rate your piss out of 10. That was a 6 out of 10 piss, I reckon. From me. Good. Big teeth always or on command? Because that's very different vibes. I'm so confused, Cat. Must try harder. We're looking for a 9 or higher. Yeah. But, like, a piss when you've got to nip away from work to have a piss, when you're like, oh, I've just got to have a quick piss. That's never going to be a 9 or 10 out of 10 piss, is it? You know, it's a hurried, I've got to get back to work piss. It's not the glorious, like, I've just finished work for the day, arms in the air, look, mum, no hands, kind of peeing. Just Me Farah says, what's your favourite style of beer, Johnny? At the minute, for the last couple of years, I've been really into West Coast IPAs. I just like the clarity. I like the bitterness. I like the punch of them. I've kind of hazy and very, very fruity IPAs. I'm kind of taking a step back from at the minute because they're just like, it just feels like they're everywhere. Just Me Farah says, amen, yes. Yeah. They're not made that, like, they're not made as often here in the UK. So when I see one, I'm like, that's what I want. Anyway, Rider VFX says, Human Johnny says, Mother, observe my micturation. Blessedly, we've got 6 seconds before we have to get back to work. Here we go, 25 minutes. Let's do this. Cat says it was a small talk question. Well, the time for small talk is over for the next 25 minutes. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Well, would you look at that? I'm trying to do this very quietly. Would you look at that? It's time for a 5-minute break. I received a super chat during that 5-minute break from the Sebastian, who says, "Hi all, just here for your daily reminder to use bolt paper." I'm not going to fucking use bolt paper, Sebastian. We've had this conversation before. Bolt paper. Hang on, where's it gone? Nikose says bolt paper. I thought everyone was saying vault paper. A real excuse me while I kiss this guy moment. Yes, it's bolt paper. It's a thing in Dark Souls where you apply it to your weapon, and for an amount of time it electrifies it, so you can do bolt damage. What was I going to say? It's very, very useful, but it's it's a very common thing when people are playing Dark Souls, and especially is it Bloodborne? It's Bloodborne, not Dark Souls. Shows how much I fucking know. I completed Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. Kat says, "Did anyone else hear that? Sounds like a lemon beer coming out of the fridge. Thanks for hanging out and being productive. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your days/weeks." You too, Kat. Enjoy the lemon beer. I will speak to you soon. I hope you are doing well. But yeah, bolt paper, Bloodborne. Basically, if people are playing it, especially if they're playing it on the internet, people are like, use bolt paper because it does really help with bosses. But like, I have a real issue with using bolt paper because I'm like, if I'm in the early stages of fighting a boss, I don't want to waste the bolt paper. I want to use bolt paper on a run where I feel like I could feasibly do it. So I'm not going to be using it. People are like, use bolt paper. And then when I get good enough at the boss, I'll try and use bolt paper. But also, like, it's a consumable item that you don't, you only got so many of them. They're finite. It's a meme in Luke's long plays. There you go. They're finite. So I don't want to just use them all. Use bolt paper. No. So I try not to. It feels like a crush. A crush? A crutch. I remember. So the first time I fought Rom the Vacuous Spider, I tried it so many times and I hated it so much that I quit Bloodborne for a year. And then I came back and beat him after like another 3 goes, which was quite funny. But I remember trying bolt paper and being like, oh my god, bolt paper's a fucking burst. And then I ran out of bolt paper and I was like, oh, now I've got no bolt paper. And it felt horrible. I'm not going to use your bolt paper, and I'm not going to kill any of Rom's spiders, says Sarah. I maintain it's a legit tactic. I realised that Aoife and I did eventually start killing them, and it was a lot easier. But I find just running away from them is useful. It's good. Matthew to Go says, consumables are, as the name suggests, meant to be collected and hoarded, not to be consumed. Thank you. I agree. I'm not going to use bolt paper, then I wouldn't have as much bolt paper. I'd be down a whole bolt paper. Are you kidding? Nonsense. Absolutely preposterous. Ridiculous. Wouldn't catch me at that shit. Dear oh dear. I haven't played a Soulsborne game in a long time. Mercifully. I love them, but they are also quite an undertaking. I meant to try the co-op one, and then I didn't. God, the conversation in these breaks just gets better and better. So this is something you don't get from doing the Pomodoro technique by yourself. Normal Pomodoro technique, you're like, oh God, my 5-minute break's over already? Already? Jeez. I don't want to go back to working for 25 minutes. The way I'm fucking doing it, everyone's like, oh, thank God, we're going to stop talking. Johnny's going to stop saying inane shit about bolt paper, and we'll do some more work, 46 seconds. I need to choose some new music, because that album ended, because I listened to it all. This is going to be our last Pomodoro. Sarah says, I also meant to get the co-op one, but didn't. Yeah. This is going to be our last 25-minute session, and then I will let you go for the evening. I mean, you can go whenever you want. This isn't like class. But yes, it's the Words are so hard. This is the last 25-minute span we'll be doing before I end the stream. So good luck, everybody. I'll speak to you on the other side. Let's get this done. Well, would you look at that? That's your 25 minutes done. That was a lot of pomodoros, everybody. How much did I write? Let's see. I wrote 3,549 words during that stream. Thank you very much for being here while I did it, and I hope you got some good stuff done yourself. Zazzyfire did a super chat saying, "Thank you for hosting these. This is a little cut of the wage you've helped me earn." Thank you very much. It's very, very kind. Dice Dragon Joe has done a super chat saying, "Thanks for the stream, Johnny. I got 5 sets of dice painted, which is a lot more than I'd have done otherwise. Cheers with lemon beers." Yeah, everyone of legal age have a lemon beer. That felt really, really, really good. Thank you very much, everybody. I know that these streams are a little bit outside of what I normally do, but I find them really useful, and I think some of you do as well, which is great. I will be streaming again on Thursday. It will be a video game this time. I'm not entirely sure what. Possibly the game where we run around as a wild boar, because we get to run around as a wild boar. And then on Saturday, there'll be fresh episodes of Press Any Chiodini. Alan Wake 2 continues. It is a very, 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 very good game. So there we go. David Rickman says, "I got the merch shop set up and now the client wants a bikini with fursonas on it. So was it a success? You decide." Right, you are. Okie dokie. Anyway, yeah, thank you again, everybody, for being here. I do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Johnny Chiodini. If you're willing and able to support me directly through that, it really does make a difference. There's also a free tier where you get a weekly newsletter where I talk about things I've been enjoying and then update you on how the dog's doing, how work's going. That sort of thing. So yeah, thank you again for being here. I will catch you later on this week. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.